Brooklyn Park Police announced they've made an arrest in the city's 6th homicide. About a week ago, someone gunned down a 16-year-old at an African market on Brookdale Drive. Family identified the young man as Varney Kennedy Jr. He was from Golden Valley. Brooklyn Park Police say an 18-year-old is in custody for the homicide. They arrested him on Monday evening in a car in Minneapolis. Police say he had a handgun with him when he was arrested. The police also say they are not seeking any other suspects in the investigation. Also in Brooklyn Park, the special election results are final. The City Council certified the results from the recount on Monday night, with Lisa Jacobson finishing 2 votes ahead of Hollis Winston. With that news, the city announced Lisa Jacobson, a council member representing the East District, as the elected candidate for mayor. The City Council acts as the board of certification for elections. They reviewed the 7 challenge ballots from the recount on August 19th, and they kept the vote count the same.
I know that it was a long journey to get here. Both of us worked very hard in our campaigns and resulted in a very close race for our community. I trusted in the process every step of the way. I trusted in my legal counsel. I trusted in this community, and I'm happy with the result today.
Jacobson will be sworn into office on Monday, August 30th. Her election will also prompt a vacancy in a council seat representing the East District. The City Council will determine a timeline for that special election at a later date. Whether or not students wear masks this fall continues to be a divisive subject. 2 school districts have updated their policies. The Wayzata School Board approved mitigation strategies that includes masks for everyone, students and staff, in pre-K through 8th grade schools. Face coverings are also required in high school buildings. However, students are not required to wear a mask outside for recess, in after-school sports, or in PE. However, all students are required to wear masks on school buses, and that's by federal law. On Monday night, the Anoka-Hennepin School Board changed their policy in a similar way. They will require universal indoor masking for everyone in buildings or classrooms that house kindergarten through 6th grade students. They will not require masks, but rather recommend them for students in grades 7th through 12th. Masks are not required outdoors, but whether they are required in sports will be left up to the State High School League. Masks, of course, are required on school buses. The rain that started in the early morning hours was welcomed by many to help ease the drought. But it was also a happy coincidence that was welcomed in Maple Grove as a group of senators toured the community center. The community center is 24 years old and it needs a few repairs, including repairs to the roof. The Minnesota Senate Capital Investment Committee got to see a few of those leaks firsthand at the community center today.
There are a lot of underlying problems that we have. We have roof issues, we have leak issues, we have some structural issues that are out there. The pools really need to be replaced because the walls have deteriorated to the point where they need to be replaced. So there are a lot of underlying issues that you as a visitor probably won't recognize or see, but we as a city need to fix.
The city is asking for state bonding money to go toward a $90 million community center renovation and expansion. Maple Grove says the facility is a regional asset that serves more than 650,000 visitors every year. Plus, the city of Maple Grove has dramatically grown since the community center was built.
I might call it growing pain of Maple Grove, and nevertheless, it's vitally important to the health and safety as well as the recreational needs of this city.
New plans call for more space for senior programming, expanded banquet and meeting space, as well as an additional sheet of ice. In November 2022, voters will also get to decide on implementing a local sales tax to help fund the community center project. When people think of fast casual dining, restaurants such as Chipotle and Panera come to mind. But in Brooklyn Park, you can find one of the Twin Cities' few fast casual Vietnamese restaurants. Reporter Delane Cleveland takes us there in today's Takeout Tuesday.
I'm in Brooklyn Park at Mi-Sant, the popular Vietnamese sandwich cafe that's become a fan favorite since opening in a former KFC in 2018.
It's different, it's bright, clean, local, awesome. And I think they're really sweet every time they come in.
In the restaurant industry, praise is something that has to be earned.
The flavor is #1. Flavor is A+ here.
And in just 3 years,
They're really fast with their service. Great restaurant.
Mi-Sant has accumulated quite the devoted following.
And this has been a weekly stop for me.
It's a weekly stop because of the delicious variety of food on the menu.
The other really popular thing at Mi-Sant is our croissants.
If you're a fan of pastries, they have a dozen flavors of croissants.
We make everything in-house fresh.
They also have a wide variety of drinks, like the bubble tea. But their signature item is the banh mi sandwich.
So this is a grilled pork, and we add carrots, jalapenos, cucumbers, and cilantro.
An iconic food in the Vietnamese culture.
You get your savory, your sweets, your sourness, and it just makes such a great combination.
Linh Nguyen is one of the owners of Mi-Sant. The name combines the words banh mi with croissant. She wanted to open a restaurant that would introduce Vietnamese food to people in a non-intimidating way.
If you look at our menu, it's a lot smaller than a traditional Vietnamese restaurant where, there's like 100 items.
It's a decision that's paid off, as they now have a loyal customer base with a desire to satisfy their Vietnamese food craving without having to wait a long time for their order to be prepared.
When we took over the KFC, they had a drive-thru, and we're like, well, that's great because it fits perfectly with our fast casual model.
Have a nice day.
The drive-thru also helped them weather the pandemic storm when indoor dining was banned.
The community has been so great to us. We found a very strong footing here in the Brooklyn Park community.
Top it off with soy sauce.
For now, the focus is on providing the best food and the best service as they can.
It's going really well, and we're really happy.
In Brooklyn Park, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.